Thank you. Welcome to the August 14th, 2025 regular board meeting of the Banning Unified School District Board of Trustees. The time is 5:33. Please be advised that a recording or broadcast of this meeting is being made at the direction of the board. Clerk Anguiano, please take roll.
Trustee Martinez Lara.
Present.
Trustee Novales.
Present.
President Ruiz.
Present.
Trustee Troutman. Clerk Anguiano is present. Please let the record reflect that we have a quorum.
Item 1.2, Pledge of Allegiance. We now invite our Cadet Corps to present the colors ahead of the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge.
Forward, left, 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 right, left, 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 right. Mark time. March, left, left. Color guard. Hold. Left, face. Three down. Colors. Please place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Carry. Colors. Right, face. Forward, march, left, left, left. Left, left, march back, march, left, left, left. Color, hold. Left, face. Dismiss.
Thank you. Item 1.3, Adopt Agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda?
No changes to the agenda.
Are there any board requests to change the agenda? Do I have a motion and a second to adopt the agenda as posted?
I move.
I'll second. I have a motion from Trustee Troutman and a second from Trustee Novales. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. The agenda is adopted with a 5-0 vote. Item 1.4, Opportunity for Community Comments, Closed Session Items. Did we receive any other community comments?
Just the two that I gave you. Individuals who wish to address the board on matters which affect the district and its programs are requested to complete a request to address Board of Trustees card and submit it to the administrative assistant. Speakers are asked to limit comments to 3 minutes. While the board welcomes input from the community, they will not respond or take action during public comments. The board may decide to refer matters to the district staff or take under advisement for a future meeting. All speakers are reminded to be respectful and courteous.
All right, at this time, I'd like to call Maria Lopez Torres.
Hello, good evening. I'll try to make this as fast as I can. Good evening, members of the board, district staff, and community members. I am here today to bring attention to an urgent gap in our life skills program, a gap that directly impacts the education and independence of our students with special needs. At our middle school, we now have 2 life skills classrooms. These classes are designed to prepare our students for everyday living, teaching them how to cook, clean, and manage basic household tasks. Yet, despite the purpose of these classes, we currently have no refrigerator in our second classroom. In fact, there is no kitchen washer set up in that room either. The teacher was told that she must make a scheduled time to move her entire student class along with ingredients and utensils to use the facilities. This is more than just an inconvenience. It is a barrier on to hands-on learning. Our students cannot fully participate in food preparation, lessons, proper storage of perishable groceries, or practice cleaning skills without the proper appliances. And this is not just a middle school issue. Our high school life skills classroom also lacks these essential tools. By the time our students reach high school, they should be refining and mastering these skills, not losing valuable practice time because of inadequate facilities. We would never dream of running a science lab without instruments or a math class without calculators. So why is it acceptable to run a life skills program without the tools it needs? Life skills education is about giving our students the tools to live independently, with dignity, and with confidence. But right now, we are asking our teachers and students to build that independence without the very resources to make it possible. I am asking the board and district leadership to prioritize funding and installation of these basic appliances, a refrigerator, a washer setup, and any necessary kitchen facilities in both the second life skills class at the middle and at the high school. This is not just an equipment request, it's an investment in our students' futures, their independence, and the right to the same quality of education as every other student in our district. I would also like to point out that Measure O funds are meant for improving educational facilities and supporting programs that fall under STEAM: science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Life skills fits within this because it is hands-on, project-based, and teaches applied science through cooking, cleaning, and home management. Purchasing a refrigerator, washer, and basic kitchen equipment for these classrooms is not only possible with Measure O funds, it is an investment that aligns perfectly with its purpose. Thank you for your time, your attention, and your commitment to our students. I urge you to act quickly so that our life skills programs can truly live up to their name. And I would also like to invite you to go make a visit to our life skills classrooms at the middle and high school and see our wonderful special ed teachers at work and see what our students are capable of achieving with proper tools and appliances. Thank you.
Renee?
Mr. Davis, can we get more information on this? Thank you.
Renee Torres?
Good evening, Superintendent Davis, members of the board and administration. My name is Renee Torres, Vice President of the Banning Boosters Marching Regiment. Boosters also, after our unexpected year hiatus, our students, parents, and parent volunteers are more excited than ever for this marching band season, along with our concert band season for this coming year. We are carrying on with also carrying and getting ready to carry on our Bronco traditions, compete, and representing Banning with pride. With no more forfeits and no more setbacks, only forward momentum is what we're looking forward to. The boosters are committed to supporting our students every step of the way. Our parents, volunteers bring not only their time, their skill, but their hearts, making possible to create the season that will both be unforgettable and truly memorable. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Item 2, closed session. The board will now go into closed session. The time is 5:42. Seeing that there are no comments, the public hearing is now closed. The time is 8:08 p.m. Item 7.3, resolution number 26-004, sufficiency of standards aligned textbooks and instructional materials.
This item is for the board to adopt resolution number 26-004, sufficiency of standards aligned textbooks and instructional materials as provided.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 7.3?
I'll move.
I'll second.
What was you, Laura? Any discussion or questions?
I do. So the materials that we're going to be getting, that is part of this, or is it not part of this?
So our upcoming adoption for math, those materials are not reflected in this.
Okay, in the meantime, are we going to like rearrange some things, given the data that we have, because sometimes it's not what you're teaching. And I'm not saying this about teachers, please. I love teachers. I'm saying giving teachers more tools to, maybe have a different way of teaching the stuff that we have right now.
So one of the really great opportunities we have in terms of looking at additional materials, along with the adoption of the materials comes professional development, particularly because we have a new math framework. And so it opens up opportunities to look at instruction in a different way, perhaps to provide some additional resources. We have been working with Irvine Math, but also some of the professional development provided from the publishers, which is part of the adoption process. We're very excited about, because those could be some additional tools and strategies that we can layer in to some existing gaps we have.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? I have a motion from trustee Novellus and a second from trustee Troutman to approve item 7.3. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 5-0. Item 8.1, Business Services, Public Disclosure, AB 1200, Banning Teachers Association.
This item is for the board to approve the public disclosure AB 1200 Banning Teachers Association for 2025-26.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 8.1?
I move. I second.
Any discussion or questions? I have a motion from trustee Troutman and a second from clerk Anguiano to approve item 8.1. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 5-0. Item 8.2, Business Services, Omnia Partners Cooperative Purchasing Agreement with Imperial Dade.
This item is for the board to approve the Omnia Partners Cooperative Agreement with Imperial Dade for custodial supplies.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 8.2? I'll move.
I'll second.
Any discussion or questions? I have a motion from myself and a second from trustee Novellus to approve item 8.2. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 5-0. Item 8.3, Business Services, Notice of Completion, Banning High School Gym Floors and District Office Storm Drain.
This item is for the board to approve the notices of completion for McGill Sports and Surfaces, Inc. for sanding and finishing of both the main and auxiliary gymnasiums, and for Montgomery Plumbing for the emergency storm drain work at the district office.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 8.3?
I move.
I'll second.
Any discussion or questions?
I do have one question. Since it's finished, has someone gone out there and really looked at it and signed off on it and inspected it so we don't have any ongoing problems?
Typically, when there is a notice of completion completed, there is a final punch walk with the contractors. And so at this point, there has been some inspections. Are there any concerns with the spaces?
I'm just wondering, because we've had, a few hiccups along the way, and I'm just wondering who is going out and doing these inspections before we sign off on these? It's someone from the district, right, that knows what's going on?
Correct. Director of Facilities, Mr. Ken Page, has been involved in the walkthroughs. Also, here throughout the summer, as a lot of us wear many hats, are stepping in to help out on these walkthroughs with contractors, not only as we're scoping out projects, but also as we're closing out projects and doing that final punch list or checklist to finalize the notice of completion.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Can we get some pictures of the final product before and after?
Absolutely. I've been documenting the process along the way. And one thing in facilities, we always like to demonstrate some of our successes and providing the board with the before and after pictures. Yes.
And I have one more question. The contracts that we have in the future, can we put in times and, say timelines of completion of certain things before we give them the funds?
So we generally don't pay any contractors until work is completed, but in terms of the first request in setting up timelines and expectations within contractual obligations, we can also include liquidated damages when certain parameters are not met in terms of timelines as well. There has been a lot of just unusual challenges in this climate. However, we do need to make sure that we stick to timelines and work with our contractors to work with us and ensure that we have our spaces ready when expected.
Well, our concern is that seems to be the ongoing issue. There's always something that comes up, but these sort of things impact the students, which is something we didn't want. And we vocalized that many times. So it's definitely something that we all agree that we would like to see a timeline when these projects are supposed to be completed. And if they're not completed within a certain time, then maybe we pay less in the contract or some kind of something in place that we want these done at a certain time, preferably before the students start school, which was our original hope, but
Right.
That's not the case with Cabazon.
Right.
So, it's just disappointing. And there's always something, some kind of issue that's come up and it's getting old. So we would not like to see that anymore. So if we can make changes, put a timeline when we would like to see certain, within reason, when projects should be completed, we want it done.
Understood.
The other issue to piggyback on that is that contractors always know that there's something coming up, and those contingencies should be reviewed ahead of time. And they usually have extra time in there, so that they know that there's going to be issues. I mean, any project has issues. So when they give you a timeline, those contingencies should be considered.
Understood, yes.
Okay.
They should be considered and be part of the scope of project with enough breathing room to minimally impact our operations. And that's always goal number one, is to minimize the operational impacts to our school day. Summers, definitely very tight in terms of the timeline, but understand the concern of the board, and we'll be working with the team to address those concerns.
Thank you.
I have a motion from trustee Troutman and a second from trustee Novellus to approve item 8.3. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 5-0. Item 8.4, business services contractual agreements.
This item is for the board to approve and/or ratify contractual agreements as provided.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 8.4?
I move.
I'll second.
Any discussion or questions?
I have one question. Everything that's technical, as far as IT, does it go through? Do you see all of those, Mr.
Barriga?
Varela?
Yes, I do see those contracts. They do come to my attention for vetting.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, I did have one. And I apologize, Mr. Davis, for not getting this question to you sooner. For the rescued mapping platform services, I thought something like this was included with the hour zero, was it? So,
There was a very simple mapping process that was included as part of the scope of implementing Hour Zero. However, they did not meet the district's needs. This particular agreement here is really a very involved and a robust mapping process. And if we want to have Mr. Joe Silver provide a little bit more insight as to how much more advanced this mapping system is and the capabilities that it will not only help out with safety, but also with facilities, technology, and some other asset management practices as well.
Yeah, and I think that will be good because also there was a question about painting numbers on top of the buildings, and we had that discussion the other day. And so I think Joe being able to articulate exactly what that program does will really help assist anyone coming into the system. So if you can talk about that piece, but also the question about what is the difference based upon what Hour Zero has done versus what this will do.
Sure. Good evening.
So we did. When we took on Hour Zero as a partner, there was a component that was included in the pricing. It wasn't something that we had additionally, where they took the existing maps that we had and they came in and did a manual site walk. And this was basically improving the maps by hand. So what we're talking about here with the rescued platform is by using LiDAR. So they're bringing in specialized equipment into all of our spaces and creating a three-dimensional mapping platform for all of our sites. So there's multiple points that are going to be benefiting us. One is creating a completely virtual environment that can be shared with law enforcement agencies and other first responders. So it's going to help with response. It's also going to help with preparedness. But it is because of the technology they're bringing in and mapping all of our spaces, we're essentially getting brand new two-dimensional architectural diagrams of all of our spaces as well. And that's something that we did not have in place. We have very old facilities here in some cases, and we did not have digital versions of those architectural diagrams. There'd been numerous changes over the years where we didn't have a consistently accurate map for each of these sites. So again, the huge advantage here is we're getting brand new maps of all of our facilities that are accurate down to the square inch. And again, the creation of a 3D environment that we have control over and can continuously add on and improve internally.
When do you guys anticipate them to do the mapping? Like, obviously, it can't be when students are in the classroom, right?
If approved, they are starting tomorrow. So some of this work could be done by using satellite imaging. There's, if you've not been introduced to the platform, there is an entire outdoor space as well that you can navigate in a three-dimensional space. They've actually already provided that free of cost for the high school to use as a proof of concept. And again, if approved, the team is ready to start tomorrow evening and work through the weekend. I've been told that Banning High School can be completely mapped by the end of Monday, essentially, and no work would be taking place while students are present.
It would have been
So
nice.
very, very quickly to answer your question.
It would have been nice to have a little presentation on this, just sometime. I know that
I think we got a link. Didn't we get the link where we were able to click on it and then like navigate it a bit?
Yes, there's a website, and we can resend that to you where you can go in and actually see another campus that they've done, and you can play around and go through each site and each space. It's like really remarkable. That would be very beneficial.
I was right, but I was just thinking it would have been nice for the public to see this.
Okay.
So
And we can bring that back at some point. Well, the other thing is we also have to be careful of our spaces because we're talking about the public, and we want to
that's
keep
true.
some things internal. So, but we can work through that.
There are definitely components that would be public facing, but this would be a protected platform. It is a web-based platform with restricted access because, like Mr. Davis was saying, there are certain safety elements that we want to keep internal and don't want to be public facing. Thank you.
Any other questions? No. I have a motion from trustee Anguiano and a second from trustee Martinez Lara to approve item 8.4. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 5-0. Item 8.5, business services, monthly fiscal services reports.
This item is for the board to approve monthly fiscal services reports, bank reconciliations, purchase orders, warrant summary, and commercial warrant registers.
Is there a motion and a second to open and discuss item 8.5?
I move.
I second.
Any discussion or questions? I have a motion from trustee Troutman and a second from clerk Anguiano to approve item 8.5. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 5-0. Item 9.1, board member comments. Who wants to go first?
I just want to say thank you to everyone who participated and helped and put their heart and soul into summer school. My baby was up there for TK Kinder, and she absolutely loved getting dressed every Monday. On Sunday, she would tell me, I need something green, because we're the little turtles and I have to be ready. So she absolutely loved the whole circle with the colors and the houses. My other kiddo enjoyed a couple of weeks of summer school, but then threw in the towel. I do want to thank the teachers that handle our older kiddos because they can be a handful. I also want to thank everyone who participated and came back on helping to get the school year going again. I have been to Central for the first couple of days, and everyone was so excited. I mean, from the kiddos all the way to the yard dude, everybody was so stoked to get back into school. My kids counted down the last 2 weeks to get back to school because they couldn't wait to see their teachers and their friends. So thank you very much for everyone who put all their heart and soul into getting us smoothly back into the new academic school year. And thank you for coming out for the board meeting, and have a wonderful night.
I'll go next. I'm going to keep my comments short. I want to thank everybody who has worked so hard over the summer to get all of the projects that we did complete done. I want to thank all of you for your dedication and support for our students and our families to get us through the first couple week and a half done of the school year, and I see great things in the future. I want to thank all of you for being here tonight, as always, and have a great night.
My turn. So yay, we finished our first week of school. So that's really exciting. We survived. So thank you so much for all the hard work you guys have put in our families and getting our little ones and big kids to school. The first day of school was really exciting, very smooth, at least for my kiddos. I hope it was for others, but the enthusiasm and what Angel was able to provide to our communities with the posts, it looked really fun and exciting. Also, I hope everyone's already signed up with Parent Square and we don't have any more glitches so we can communicate easily. I appreciate Angel, the post regarding our heat wave situation and making sure that our kiddos bring their water bottles, wear their hats, because it is getting hot. So thank you for looking out for our kids and giving us that extra reminder. I'm excited for back to school night or open house. I forget what the verbiage is, but that's happening next week. And I'm excited to see 2 of the sites with my kiddos. And just thank you for everything. You guys are appreciated. And as always, I am here if you guys have questions, concerns, or need anything. Thank you.
So I'll keep it short as well. I'd also like to thank everyone for putting their time and effort to these kids at summer school, to first week of school, well, week and a half, and just making it, I've heard good things. I've heard good things about the first week, and I'm hoping we keep the momentum and these kids continue to do well, and I'm just extremely grateful for everyone's time and effort that they put into these kids. So I hope everyone has a great night and a safe drive home.
I'm very excited about the cabin spirit. What great imagination. That was amazing. I know that you guys are all ready for school. Here it is, ready or not, but I'm looking forward to going out and seeing what all of you are doing. It does take time to make changes, but I think we're all heading in the right direction, and I appreciate all of your hard work. The security situation is getting so much better. I'm looking forward to seeing what's happening. And Measure O, I'm excited to see what we're going to do with new contractors and everything that we're going to start. Thank you, Dr. Kazibush, for all of your hard work on getting the profiles, the student profiles. I was part of that, and it's a lot. So thank you so much.
Item 10.1, future board items. Anybody have anything they want to bring up as a future board item? No? Okay. Item 13, adjourn meeting. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I move.
Wow, I thought I'd get more excitement than that.
I second.
Troutman? All right, I have a motion from Clerk Anguiano and a second from Trustee Troutman to adjourn this meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion passes 5-0. This meeting is adjourned at 8:29 PM.
Mr. Barriga, can we please turn off the recording, sir? Mr. Barriga, can we please turn off the recording, sir?